Well, hey, there you are, Sonia here. Welcome to Sonia's Sermonettes. Turning over a new leaf. I'm tired of being used and becoming a second afterthought. I'm not going to be used anymore. I'm going to focus on the blessings that is in store for my life. I refuse to be treated like a second class person. Have you felt that way? Do you feel like sometimes people just like to use you and they never take you into consideration of what your needs might be, what you feel, how you're feeling right now? And have they asked you, how are you doing? Do you need anything? Do you need me to help you? Or is it all about give me, give me, give me, and take, take, take? This is where it's time to draw the line, and it's time to turn over a new leaf and start focusing on this is not going to go on any longer. God is not pleased with me allowing myself to be mistreated, neglected, and not even taken into consideration what there might be I need. So many times in life, we have come across people that are just takers. They're not givers. They just keep taking and using and could care less about what we or anyone else may need. The problem is this. In my life, I've run across some people that are wonderful people. I mean, just blessing, just a wonderful person than people. But I have also run across certain individuals that I truly had to do a lot of praying and asking God to help me to forgive, to have such resentment. I've run across people because the Lord uses me in gifts. Sometimes He shows me things, gives me insights of what may be, or words of wisdom, words of knowledge, and things like that. I've run across some that just misuse that. They just kept coming back, kept taking from, and never giving back. It says, give, and you shall be given. And here's the thing about the problem with this. We got to know when someone really does need help, know when someone really is sincere. And I love to help people. I love to encourage people, work with people. But there are certain ones that have crossed my path that gave me a thorn in my flesh. It was a cross to bear. I can guarantee you that. And I know if you've lived any time in your life, you've found those kind of people and run across them. What I found was, in one case particular that I think of, is that because of the gifts, as I said, that I had in my life, they thought they were going to become wealthy through using me as a seer for them and to focus on them becoming wealthy, them prospering in life. When in fact, had they looked at my life at that time, and it was such a mess right then, and I didn't have anything to prove, like a lot of people like to say, well, I've prospered so. I have so much laid up, so much stored up. I have so much money, so many houses and cars, and I didn't have any of that. And if they would have had any common sense at all, they would have just gone with just a natural view of my life and said, that person looks like they need something more than I do, and I'm not going to try to work in their lives and find out if they can give me something to make me wealthy, me what rich. This is a deception that's going on with people. I'm so blessed because of what God's done in my life. I wouldn't change a thing except some decisions that I've made in the past. I'd like to just erase those, and I have to ask the Lord, as I said, to forgive me of those things. But I wouldn't change what God's given me. I'm so blessed beyond measure because He's always been there. He's always been a comforter. He shows me things. He guides me. He directs me. He's always been right by my side. And that's what God wants to do for you today. If you feel like you've been used and abused, it's time to give that all up and get focused on I'm turning over a new leaf, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to focus on I'm laying this all aside, and you're not going to use me anymore. I'm only going to be used of the Lord. I take it a great privilege. It's a delight for the Lord to have called me to minister and to help and to give forth encouragement, give forth a word of the Lord. I count that an honor, and I count it a privilege to be able to help. But there are those culprits that come in and want to gain worldly gain because of the gifts of the Spirit, and that is just wrong. And I feel that as we believe God's got better things in store for our lives, and we focus on what God wants us to do, and those that truly, truly need us, need help, we cannot carry people, but we can certainly help direct them to where God can give them help and strength and guidance. Now, this is great news for you today. You don't have to just try to carry all the burdens of everyone and everybody. Cast all your cares upon the Lord, as it's written, for he cares for you. And those that want to use, they have to ask the Lord to help them to find out for themselves, to learn for themselves what God would have them to do, and focus on working, giving. You know, the word says give, and it shall be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men heap it unto your bosom. And this is what a lot of people need to learn. They've got to stop taking and start giving. And I love this message. And that's for you, and that's for me, and anyone else that wants to hear it. And so, until next time.